Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Concierge Health Advisor. Ooh, Concierge Health Advisor. What do you want? Yeah, that's right. I expect that sort of thing. But if you want health to the bone, if you want great health outcomes, extended life, getting rid of all your chronic health issues, just like I have done myself and a few others, this is a spot for you. Check out the website on the show notes, unless you've already been there. Yes, you'll gasp at the prices, but you can wade through the content like this and put two and two together. Presto. But many people, not many, more than the few that are on my shtick, have attempted, and they may have cornflakes. Oh, cornflakes, that's not gluten. The malt in the cornflakes. Oh. And then they don't get the outcomes, and then they say you're full of crap. So if you really want high efficacy outcome in your health, in your weight, like me, visit, pursue, and thrive. So you clicked on today. You know the title before me. Will I have the word anus in the title? Anus health? Shit. Boom, boom. Anyway, so whatever your sexual preference, I don't even think that should be a word that should be utilized like that. Preference. What's this preference? Your sexual lifestyle. That's even a bit weird as well. Anyway, whatever your sexual behaviors, if it involves anus, even if you don't involve anus in your sexual life, there are anus things that do affect the don't touch the anus people, right? Yeah, like that. And so hemorrhoids. So a quick note: copper deficiency is part of the whole hemorrhoids development. It's not genetic. The only thing that's genetic with hemorrhoids is your family's not absorbing copper as it should, whether it's a diet, gluten sensitivity, your digestion, and absorption ability of copper. So how do you knuckle it all down? Well, it's going to be difficult, just like with any other chronic health issue, which is they're all micronutrient dependent. Chronic health issues are micronutrient deficiency issues, not genetic, not lifestyle, not toxins, exposure, toxin exposure, and the like. Hormone use, the stuff in the water. No, micronutrient deficiencies. If you get that right, that's the cleanest of slates that we know of at the moment. If you get that right, your whole health picture will improve. Also with this quick example with hemorrhoids. And once you sort out digestion, look me up on how to do it properly. I'll even tell you here as part of the whole iron package, I call it, if you want to wade through all the information. Try not to try not to drink half an hour before meals, and extend it to 1.5 hours after meals, and then you can drink. If you drink with your meals, your propensity to not digest your food properly from the start goes up. Add to that your gluten sensitivity. 98% of us have gluten intolerance to different degrees, which impacts on the pro-inflammatory cytokines in the villi, in the small intestine. The villi in our small intestine does most of the absorption of our micronutrients. And if you add to that, if you drink during your meals, if you drink carbonated drinks during your meals, you add your gluten, the amount of gluten in your diet, depending on how intolerant you are. And then, if you exercise as well, your propensity, your chances of things like hemorrhoids and any other chronic health issue skyrockets. It's not genetic. So, anus health. Okay. Let's have that as a show title. So, copper deficiency. So, don't just go out and buy a copper in a bottle. Still eat your oats for breakfast and have a beer once a week and exercise, drink during your meals. That copper will not help. Yes, it gets a little bit complicated, but once you put it all together, piece of piss, it's easy. So with anus health, if it comes down to like things like okay, there's the hemorrhoids issue with the bulk of the anus health issues. If there's things like prolapses, leakage, polyps is a little bit more downstream. It's a little bit to do with polyp formation, proclivity increases with PPI use, proton pump inhibitor medications, the anti-indigestion medications, right? So that's the bulk of the issues, the health issues of anus issues, okay? So if you're in the LGBT community or whatever action is happening, you know, back there, and you're concerned about some of the issues of hemorrhoids and prolapses and anal leakage and there are others, they just don't come to mind because I don't focus on these things, but I do think there's a need to include some of this content. So I gave you a snippet, the whole digestion, then you need to absorb, and the increased ability to absorb is to cut 4 categories of food: gluten, oils, sugars, nitrates and nitrites, and then you will build up the ability to absorb more of the micronutrients that you are getting in your diet. But in this day and age, our food supply chain is replete. Deplete? Which word should I use there? Is becoming more absent of minerals and other less accurate with other micronutrients, but particularly minerals, because if minerals aren't in the soils, they don't end up in the food, they don't end up into us. And there's a whole background complication of how that's happened with dams in the world. 3 million dams in the world. That's part of that, where we've mitigated floods, and we're not using ash as our fertilizer anymore since 1913. So this is the quick picture in how we ended up with micronutrient deficiencies, which gives us our modern day chronic health issues. So we need to supplement. I have this thing going, this clumsy branding, the Keto 44. The first 4 of the 44 is the, you know, those 4 categories of food I just mentioned that we need to cut, and then add the 4 categories of micronutrients: 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids, those declared essential micronutrients that we need for extended life, improved health, and even weight management. We understood since the 60s that all vertebrates, for that matter, need 90 essential micronutrients, and we've increased the lifespan of our captive animals by 2 and 3 times, with very low birth defect rates. But we haven't transferred that knowledge, that ability to humans, because humans have antibiotics, steroids, and insurance. So I know I've gone a little bit around the whole anus health issue, but it is the health, if you've got anal health issues with all those categories, the bulk of the categories, there are some niches in there, I guess, but if you've got issues down around there, around that area, it's not that specific that we need to consider what to do. It's a shotgun approach, which means get the micronutrients that we need on board, and the chances of improving your anus issues will go up. I would suggest that if you follow what I advocate to the letter, issues gone. So there it is. Take it or leave it. Consider if you really want improvements in other areas of your health, and the anus. That's it. Until the next time, bye bye.